Hi there, everyone. Welcome back to Review 101. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 5 manhwa where the male leads fell in love with the villainess, not the female lead. To start with, we're going to go with top 5 to top number 1. Top 5 in the list, we have Everybody Loves the Villainess. This is one of the most satisfactory stories that have really handsome men as leads as well. So the story evolved in the life of a woman named Elena Ernian. She's a villain who was cold and who lied that she has a strong divine power that can cure the beloved son of a duke. In return, he has to make her his wife. In the end, Elena suffered multiple abuse from the maids to the duke's aunt and even neglect from the duke after knowing she lied about her divine power. So her fed up soul ended up dying. She killed herself, but the body remained intact. And at that time, the soul of the saintess named Sia who have died have possessed the body of Elena instead. One day, she decided to cure the Duke's son and everything started to change. The Duke saw her in a different light and probably because he realized her usefulness and he's a jerk anyway. Well, really, people, you will agree on me on this once you read it. The other male leads were very handsome as hell. Also, the Duke's son, Rube, was so cute as well. Overall, you will enjoy a new Elena, the villainess with a strong personality but with a kind heart and with strong divine power. Plus, divinity beyond our wildest dreams and handsome man all over. I also wanted to warn you guys real quick. There's a lot of jerk characters in this manhwa, and what I love about it is that the plot twists, and of course, you're very much interested how the saintess, who's very kind and very forgiving, it gives and makes sure love other people more than herself, realize the importance of self-love in the process. Next, we have top pick number 4. So this one has a very, very hot characters. This is one of the manhwas that I've ever read that I love so much. Technically, the one focus in the novel was Juliana, but the story changed due to a woman possessing the body of the villainess, which is named Erica. So Erica is the villainess, you guys, who ended up being the male lead's girlfriend in the novel. But because of the possibility of constant threat and the possibility of getting tied down to the novel's plot, she decided to end her relationship with the male lead Rio. So this is another isekai manhwa or manga, you guys, wherein the body is the villainess and the soul is a different person that have read the novels or the plot or have known the future. So, what happens is that she gets entangled with all of the men in the novel, and those are all the male leads. One specific male lead that I love so much is Zion Leffy. I think it's Zion Leff, the magician of the tower who has a white hair, handsome face with six-pack, of course, six packs. Who else wouldn't feel lucky how Erica, the villainess of the story, has been feeling. I mean, imagine you got like all of the male leads with you, even though you're the villainess. It's just that the story is a little bit annoying sometimes. It's up to you. Let me know what you guys think. So overall, all handsome and charming men together with really beautiful female leads / villainess and other supporting characters. Just let me know if you like the novel. It's actually quite a good catch. Anyway, let's move on to our top pick number 3. So this is one of the best manhwa with amazing drawing styles ever. I think this is one of my favorite drawing styles. Like, look at that hot characters. Anyway, it's a story of a princess who was forced to marry a noble by her brother who was the emperor before. And that very same husband abused and made her a trophy wife and murdered her at the end. But here's the twist. She is actually somewhere in Korea before and she died and she was able to possess the body of the villainess in the novel named Kayina. By the time when her brother, Rizef, the crown prince, is not yet the emperor. So she knows that in the future she will die if she will get engaged to that same person. So she tried to do her best to fight her fate and be assertive and plan every step of her way to make her brother, the emperor, make close connection with him so that he won't send him off to a different guy out there, and she plans to run away. However, due to the sudden return to the past, she now turns everything around. The Duke, whom hated her before for stalking him, became attracted to her, while her brother is not even her real brother. Spoiler alert. Rizef has developed feelings for her as well, which is the crown prince, which is actually not really her brother. Crazy, right? But anyway, this is one of the best manga. I'm always saying the best. All of the mangas that I recommend right here are all the best, you guys. So super recommended. A very interesting plot with super hot men and super beautiful female leads as well with other supporting characters. It's a thrill in every chapter. And this is highly recommended to you guys. I totally love the art style and everything. Anyway, we have topic number 2. We have Father, I Don't Want to Get Married. So I've actually created a separate video for this manhwa because I love this so much. This manga is about a villainess named Jubillion who started committing suicide after facing the crown prince because she thought she's going to be tortured. So the story was that she was framed of poisoning the princess, but she was able to go back to the past, and the really interesting part is that her soul inside her body is not the real Jubillion, but she has the memories of the real Jubillion. So it's kind of like a regular isekai style manhwa that you guys have heard of. But what I like about this is that, you know, the usual plot. Anyway, the crown prince didn't say that he's actually a crown prince, and they developed a relationship without knowing that he's the crown prince. But this is different. The father, which is the father of the villainess, Jubillion, is pretty handsome, like, oh, daddy, oh. So, aside from the handsome daddy, there's also a lot of handsome side characters, like the knights, supporting characters, and really cute moments between the prince and Jubillion as well. Next, we have my top pick, number 1 for today's video. We have Beware of the Villainess. This story starts with a regular woman who was transmigrated to a world of the novel. Sadly, she has possessed the body of the villainess, who will be executed and will die. She decided to choose her own path and avoid originals as much as possible. In this story, her brother is one of the second male lead, and she aims to break her engagement with the crown prince, which is the protagonist of the story. Now, the novel starts with hilarious, funny, manly expressions, and there's really amazing and really handsome men as well. So originally, there are 3 men, I believe. One is a wolf, one is a billionaire, one is a sniper, and one is a crown prince. No, it's actually 4. And one really beautiful female lead. Now, as the villainess herself, and she know what will happen in the future, she decided to break up with the crown prince, since the crown prince is actually a playboy, before meeting the female lead. Now, it's, as what I've mentioned, it's really funny. It's because there's a lot of hilarious manly expressions in her face, and the artist is very, very creative. And on top of that, I really appreciate how greatly translated into English is this. The translation is godly, and I also like the switch of the story wherein all of the male leads end up loving her. Well, not all, aside from one, but almost all of them actually saw her in a different light. Now, she somewhat, even though she's the villainess, steals the harem. And also I wanted to say, this really pretty handsome boy here with long hair, with blue long hair, is actually the end game. Spoiler again, I do apologize, but look at that hot wolf guy. Yes, he's a wolf, actually. Anyway, it's a very well written, and development of the characters are so amazing, from master to slave to butler to master to friends to lovers to, you know, you name it, is insanely crafted very well, and I just can't explain by words. And he also have a really nice butt, like 100%. Anyway, the female lead will also be one of her harem, and the female lead will be very clingy, and a cool side character that is powerful but shameless when it comes to money. You guys need to read. It's because one of her supporting characters is actually one of my favorite as well. This manga is worth reading, and comment down below and tell me if you love it as I do. Thank you so much, and see you again next time.